Welcome to Ahsan's Money Check-in, where we discuss your German finances. You share your story and we discuss it here on the channel. Use this QR code or the first link in the description if you want to participate. Okay, let's start with the first question. I live in Germany, earn around 1200 euros net. Have 8,000 euros emergency fund, invest 100 euros per month into ETFs and Bitcoin. But I'm not sure what I'm missing. I want to know how to do good financially. Okay, so 1200 euros net and 8,000 euros in an emergency fund, and you're investing 100 euros per month in different kinds of ETFs and Bitcoins. If you are a student and you're doing this on the side along with your studies, then 1200 euros is a decent amount. And if you're not a student and you're doing a full-time or even a part-time job, then 1200 euros is a relatively lower amount. I think your first goal should be focusing more on upscaling your skills. If you are in a field where you are not getting a highly paid salary, I think for most people, investing in themselves is a higher priority at the start if you're not earning a high salary. And depending on the amount that is left at the end of the month, you can either reduce or even remove this 100 euros that you are investing in different ETFs or Bitcoin. Let's say at the end of the month, you have 400 euros remaining, and out of that you are investing 100 in stocks or ETFs and Bitcoin. Perhaps reduce it to 10 euros or 15 euros so that you are able to continue this habit of investing regularly, but you need to use this other amount to upskill yourself and increase the salary that you are earning. Because at the end of the day, you can only get so much from investing a low amount per year. So focus on increasing your salary first and then focus on changing how and where to invest. And let's say if you are a student, then 100 euros is a very decent amount and you don't have to worry that much about different kinds of investing strategies, what to invest in, what not to invest in, especially considering your 8,000 euros emergency fund. This is very good at a net salary of 1200 euros. The next question comes from Adil. I'm a student in Germany and doing a part-time job. I will be getting around 1,000 to 1,200 euros after taxes. I am doing a savings plan as well as creating an emergency fund in parallel. 150 euros in a savings plan and around 300 euros in an emergency fund. I'm also investing around 150 euro in an Indian mutual fund as well. I recently started saving for the emergency fund and currently I have around 2,000 euro. My salary is not fixed. If I work more, I will get more salary, and the excess amount I'm saving it for the emergency fund. I just wanted to know, is it okay if I build an emergency fund and a savings plan simultaneously? So Adil is a student in Germany doing a part-time job. They are getting 1,000 or 1,200 euros. As a student, it's a decent amount. I've seen people earning way low. I remember as a student, when I was doing my work student job, I was earning 440 euros per month. So at the end of the month, I was having less money in my account even though I was earning a salary. Now, some people would say, why did I stick with that job? The main point was that it was a field related job, and even though I wasn't earning that much money, I was getting experience that was relevant to my studies, and at the end of the day, that work student job helped me land my full-time job. So that's why I stuck around with that job. So going back to Adil, he has 150 euros going in an Indian mutual fund as well. So it could be very interesting to know what kind of a mutual fund this is and what kind of a return you're getting and where is this investment being allocated. So it can be an Indian mutual fund, but is the broker or the brokerage within Germany or outside Germany? Because if you are doing it outside, then the tax-free capital gains allowance of 1,000 euros might not apply for any benefits from this mutual fund which is being invested outside Germany. And if this amount is invested while being in Germany in a German broker, while the investment is an Indian mutual fund, then it's totally different story. You'll still be eligible for this 1,000 euros tax-free allowance. So it could be an interesting point to know. So right now you have 2,000 euros in your emergency fund, which is very good. And your main question or your main concern is that you want to know if doing both of these things in parallel, is it a good idea or not? I think as you already have 2,000 euros and your net salary is 1,000 euros to 1,200 euros per month, this means that your emergency fund is worth 2 months of your net salary. Doing both of these things in parallel should not be a problem. So investing in your ETF savings plan and saving for your emergency fund is totally fine. And if this Indian mutual fund is also being invested in Germany, then it could also help you getting this 1000 euros tax-free allowance. That said, there aren't that many options of directly investing in Indian mutual funds while being in Germany. So it all depends on the gains which you are seeing in this Indian mutual fund. Please hit the like button if you're getting value from this video, and let me know in the comments what you think about this format, what to keep and what to remove. The next question comes from Vignesh. I live in Berlin, earn about 3,300 euros net. I have 10,000 euros in an emergency fund and invest around 300 euros monthly in ETFs savings plans. I have 35,000 euros saved up for closing costs of an apartment, but my budget isn't high enough for my desired apartment. I'm worried that buying an affordable investment property right now will set me back later for when I can actually afford my own apartment in terms of savings. Investing in ETFs works for me, but not investing in property feels like missing out on something big. What's a good alternative to investing in property if not ETFs? Vignesh is earning 3,300 euros net, and his main concern is that he's worried that investing in a real estate property, which is not his ideal property, could hurt him in the long run when he does find a suitable real estate investment. I think the whole premise or the idea that you have in your mind needs to be reassessed, because you either believe in real estate or you don't believe in real estate. If you believe in real estate, that the future property prices are going to rise, and because Germany is not building enough real estate, the prices are generally going to either go up or are going to stay stable. So even if you find a decent property, let's say within your current budget, and you keep it for a while, and then you find another property which is to your liking and where you want to live yourself, then in an ideal situation, the price of that property would also have increased, if not substantially, but even in a positive direction. So the main question becomes, what is the range of your desired property? If it's €1,000,000 plus, then it's a different situation. But if it's 300,000 euros or 400,000 euros, then it's a different situation, because for a 400,000 euros real estate property or an apartment, you would need a smaller amount of down payment or total closing costs and down payment. So let's say if you're able to save the down payment of a bigger property and you don't want the hassle of owning multiple properties, then I think waiting a couple of years to get the deposit amount for your own used property would make more sense. But let's say the property price you're looking at is going to take you 10 to 15 years to save for the closing costs or the down payment, then it would make sense to buy a smaller but a good apartment, let it out for rent, get the rent paid, and let the property price increase where you save on the side as well. And then when you have enough money where you combine this house's price and your own savings, then you can sell this apartment and buy your own used apartment. But it all depends on what is the price of your ideal apartment, what time frame are we looking at, and your current or expected future savings rate. This leads us to your connected point, which is that ETFs are working for you, but not investing in real estate means you're missing out on something big. So this connecting point means that you do believe in real estate and you think that real estate is the next big thing and the properties are going to increase and the rent is also going to increase. So this means that buying a property makes more sense for you. And at this time, ETF savings plan are good. An alternative you can look into is going to be cryptocurrencies or gold investment, but again, these are more prone to fluctuations. But that said, real estate also has its own downsides, because once you invest or once you buy a real estate property, you have your additional expenses. You have someone who is utilizing your property if you give it out on rent and they are not a good tenant, and you have to repair things constantly. I know I have a friend who gave out his apartment on rent, and due to certain situations, the tenant had not paid 7 months worth of rent. So he is in the negative since the past 7 months. It's obviously there are edge cases, but this can also happen. You could find very good tenants, you can find very bad tenants. Again, it's a difficult situation to be in. Honestly speaking, there is no safe investment where you can say you'll get X amount for an X return. Obviously, you can save in a savings account or you can get bonds, then you have a fixed rate. But those returns are relatively low compared to the stock market or in certain real estate cases. But I've recently made a tool where I do consider comparing buying versus renting or buying to let or different kind of scenarios. Maybe you can look into that tool and compare your scenario for yourself. But if I was in your shoes and I had 35,000 euros saved up for the closing cost of an apartment and I was really big on real estate investing, then I would probably buy a smaller apartment and consider it in a way that your first real estate property is usually not your ideal or your forever home. So think of it like that. So step by step, I would probably look for a smaller property where I can comfortably give the down payment, and in an ideal case have it cash positive, meaning that all of the expenses are covered from the rent that the tenant is paying. If not, then have a very small negative in terms of income and expense, and keep on saving on the side so that I'm able to buy another property by either this savings alone or by selling this property, adding this amount and buying my own or forever home. If you'd also like to submit a question, please use this QR code or the first link in the description. Click or tap here if you want to watch more episodes from the Money Check-in, and here if you want to watch my latest video.